So Civis is a non-profit based out of Mumbai. We are working in the space of public consultations. So what public consultations are, whenever a new policy is put out, it is mandated that it is put out for the general public to comment on and share their recommendations on the policy. And this is via an instrument called Pre-Legislative Consultation Policy, which was mandated in 2014. Civis has been working on this particular subject from 2017, so it has been 8 years now, and we try to bridge the gap between the policy documents and people commenting on these policy documents. We do this via multiple channels. We have a web platform. We use WhatsApp heavily to gather stakeholder feedback and send it to the government in a very actionable format. So it may be dashboards, it may be reports, or it may be just changes into the policy and stuff like that. So we've been doing this for almost 1,000+ consultations now, and we have partnered with close to 40 departments across the country, wherein we've tried to be the consultation partners for different policies that are coming through in the last 8 years. When a policy is made right, which is with the people, it's more inclusive, it's more tending, and it's more implementable. And how many people get affected by that particular policy is something that we focus on. To just give an example, for the transgender rule back in 2022, there were almost 50 odd people who commented onto the policy, but it made such a great impact wherein almost 5 million transgender people were able to access the benefits that government were tending to offer them. But just because the form of that particular application required last name to be compulsory, and many transgender people basically do not associate with the last name, they were not willing to fill the form, right? So such minute details usually miss out when the policy is being made, and with certain very less focused impacted stakeholder inputs, we are able to create a larger impact. So that is the impact that we're talking about here. I think when it comes to technology, it was a day zero conversation when Civis started, because we knew that we need to measure the impact in such a way that we're able to reach to the right stakeholders. So we are building everything open source. We are using third-party open source tools as well at this point of time. So our reliance on open source and acceptance from the government for open source tool has been pretty much high. So that has been one kind of a learning. And every development cycle at Civis, what we try to understand is, are we able to measure what this is going to yield? And if that measurement is good enough for us to push this out to the different governments. So we have been also trying to do different government deployments wherein we host our open source tools on their servers, and it has been helping us also understand the whole microservices architecture and all different aspects of deploying technology at larger scale. So I think the exploration with chatbot happened just because how accessible chatbot is. Because we had stakeholders who are not so fond of the web UI of collecting or gathering, sending out responses. But when it comes to WhatsApp, the platform itself has been a game changer when it comes to understanding that people already understand the UI, how they can respond, and the messaging is much more easier. But there is a very interesting fact when we did the Vikasit Maharashtra survey as well, wherein almost 4 lakh citizens responded. We realized that people want to talk, and there is a trust associated with the policy making cycle as well. So people trust certain organizations who have proved that their inputs have been useful. So we have a complete cycle. Whenever a person responds to a particular policy, once the report has been sent to the government, we do active follow-ups with the particular bureaucrat and try to understand where the stage of the policy is, or is the response being considered or not. And once we get certain acknowledgements, we reach out to the citizens saying that your voice was heard. This has been the new policy, or this is the change that you tried to share is been accepted, right? So considering that, we were able to move almost 4 lakh people to respond to the Vikasit Maharashtra survey. And considering we had partnered exclusively with the government, we also had a lot more push from the government side. So one thing we realized is the turnaround time with us demoing everything and then sharing this with the department was much more higher. On the first meeting itself, I think within an hour or so, we were able to just sketch out how the survey tool would look like, how it would function from a user perspective on WhatsApp. And secondly, I think the flexibility it offered after collection of data, what all you could do on the Glific universe, that was something that was very important. So processing voice notes, doing translations, writing stuff into Google Sheets, allowing webhooks, and like having hold on that features as well as trying to implement those at a lightning speed really helped us grab this opportunity. Of course, there were many private players as well involved, trying to win the bid over, understanding how if they could help in doing the survey. But the turnaround time, the trust that government had, considering that we had already worked on certain policies, it really helped out. So we also have an active web platform, and also we do the same thing on WhatsApp chatbot as well, right? So when it comes to consultations, we have seen that, for example, in Vikasit Maharashtra, there were 15,000 responses on the platform, whereas almost 3,80,000 responses on the chatbot. One hurdle that we try to solve for or like is helping is that on the platform you need to log in. There is certain friction, whereas on WhatsApp you have de-identifiers, right? So we are able to understand there is only one person responding to one particular consultation, and if the person re-triggers the bot, we basically consider the latest response that the person has given in, right? So that flexibility has offered us a less friction kind of an way of getting into people's phone and understanding that they can respond easily on the WhatsApp. So I think when we started, our collection was closer to 2,500-ish. And I think right now we are looking at somewhere around 4,20,000 people who have engaged on the bot. That has been our collection size. And we've also tried to use the feature, the collection feature in such a way that we are able to do concentrated outreach on certain thematic areas. So for example, if there is a policy on environment, we know people who have responded to environment related consultations, and we are able to send a marketing message saying that, you know, there's a new consultation that is up and we want to seek feedback. This has been the number. So I think there are multiple metrics at our end that we have tried to understand from a metric perspective on calculations or impact on website versus on bot. The first thing, the sure thing is that number of people engaged on the platform versus bot, that difference is huge. We have seen that almost 3x people on any time frame have engaged more on the bot compared to the same people engaged on the platform. Also, when it comes to completion rate, right? So what we see is that we want to seek certain feedback. There are certain types of questions that we usually ask. So on the platform, the completion rate is closer to 50%, whereas on the bot it's closer to 80%. So the ability to share voice notes, ability to understand or share media related content has been higher. People have shared images, people have shared PDFs as their response, and we are able to analyze all those things. So again, when I say efficiency, I also mean that you've tried to build a pipeline of understanding responses or understanding people feedback, right? So it can be voice feedback, image feedback, or a textual feedback. We are able to categorize the type of feedback and then run it through a response analyzer at our end, which analyzes responses. So when it comes to efficiency, that has been helpful. We have been trying to scale this into different government partnerships as well, and that has really helped. Yeah. So when we started out, I think we were planning to engage 1 million people by 2030. We are closer to 800K at this point of time. So still 5 years to go, and I think we are going to hit that mark very soon. But the idea is to really make people aware that there is an instrument called Pre-Legislative Consultation Policy, wherein the government is seeking our feedback on such issues, and we just don't need to vote every 5 years and then wait for someone else to take decisions on behalf of us. There is really this kind of a way to contribute to policy making and being an active citizen in that ladder. So when we talk to different non-profits as well, everyone has their own definition of being an active citizen. But I think a core instance when you say that I've been active is that you actually are contributing to policy making, and this is a way that the government is seeking feedback, and I think people should be able to do that in an accessible format. It's almost received close to 1 lakh questions on the bot asking about certain policy and what it does, right? So we're trying to map these things to a policy document, and what we are pitching to the government is that before making the policy public, you can use a tool that will evaluate the policy. It will give you the gaps in the policy, saying that people might have questions for this is not clear, or stuff like that, and then you can make the changes to the policy and then put out a refined version wherein the AI system is able to actually understand and respond to citizen questions. So that I think is a sweet spot. And we have been doing this for almost like 10 or 15 policies at the Maharashtra level, and a couple in Odisha, a couple in Punjab as well. And people in the government have been very receptive of the idea that, okay, if you can make sure that the policy is answering people questions, that is something that we want, and we are open to discuss how this can be made accessible. I think like one interesting take on this is that I would like to I'd like people to treat the platform as a new kind of a platform apart from the program that they're trying to run, because you'll have to make certain changes onto the program to be able to adopt the platform completely, in the sense that the program might be designed in such a way that tech is not involved from day zero, right? But when you onboard Glific, I think tech becomes your core at program design stage, right? So you might have to be open to tweak the program based on the tech that we have. And again, the things that Glific has to offer, I think there is a plethora of things that the program can be changed into, and you can expect more impact or more reaching out to more beneficiaries using the program or using the tech part. But I've seen people saying that, okay, I have this program design and I want to replicate that onto Glific, which we also tried to do when we started out, but we soon realized that, there is much more things that can be done, and we can tweak the program or tweak our tech, understanding what all features Glific has to offer.